Hey everybody, welcome back to my BakeLikeAPro YouTube channel. In today's really fun video, I'm going to show you how to make a super simple, shiny chocolate glaze. This glaze is also known as a mirror glaze, a glaçage miroir. So that's what we're going to do today, so let's get started. In my bowl, I have 200 grams of granulated white sugar. This is equal to 1 cup. And just to clarify, 1 cup for me is equal to 8 ounces or 250 milliliters. 125 grams of whipping cream. This is equal to half a cup or 125 milliliters. 125 grams of water. This is equal to 125 milliliters or half a cup. 7 grams of gelatin. This is equal to 12.5 milliliters or 2.5 teaspoons. 29 grams of cocoa powder. This is equal to a quarter cup or 60 milliliters. And I'm using Dutch processed cocoa powder in my recipe today. And then we have 30 grams of water. That is equal to 2 tablespoons or 30 milliliters. So at this point, my pot is still off, so the pot is cold. We're going to add in all of our sugar. We'll add in our water. All of our cream. This is whipping cream. It's rated at 35%. So get all of that in there. Just use a little spatula to get everything out of your bowl. Don't want to waste anything. And that's good. And then our cocoa powder. And now I'm going to turn on the heat. And I'm just going to get a whisk in here. And just very slowly start whisking all this together. Now we have sugar in here with water. And what I want to do is thicken this mixture up a little bit. So I'm going to bring this up to a simmer, and then I'm going to let it go for about 20 minutes so that it thickens up. So this is about 30 seconds later. I just adjusted my camera a little bit to zoom in here, and I made it a little bit brighter. I want to make sure that you see this. So at this point right now, this is looking and smelling like a really nice hot chocolate. We're going to let this go. You just want to make sure that you stir. You don't want anything burning on the bottom. Well, that's good. You may have also noticed that I am not using sweetened condensed milk in this recipe, and the reason for that is because we are making a dark chocolate glaze. You're going to find sweetened condensed milk in glazes, like mirror glazes, that have color incorporated. You know, if you have a white mirror glaze or an orange or pink or red, something like that. A lot of those recipes you will see them using sweetened condensed milk. So I can feel that everything at this point has melted. All the sugars have melted down. And now I just want to wait and get some action going here, a little bit of bubbling, a little bit of heat. Once it starts heating up, then through evaporation, it's going to get a little bit thicker. So I'm just going to let this go for a little bit, and then I'll come back. So this is about 5 minutes later, and you can see how many bubbles are happening here. A lot of action. Do not leave your chocolate at this point. You just want to continue just stirring, just so that nothing burns on the bottom. And you can see now there's a lot of heat being driven out of the mixture, which means that this is starting to get thicker. That's all we want. I'm just going to turn it down even more a little bit here. So I'm going to let that go maybe another 10 minutes, and then I'll come back. So this is about 10 minutes later. I had it on a slow simmer, and you can see what it looks like now. And just running my whisk through it very slowly, I can feel that the mixture has thickened up, and I don't want to lose too much of the actual volume of our sauce here. So at this point, I have turned the stove right off, and now I'm just going to let this cool down. So you can see what it looks like. So I'm just going to let the bubbles subside, and then I'll just come back in about 2 minutes. I just want to show you what it looks like. This is about 2 minutes later, not even. The heat is off at this point, and you can see that it is thicker. We don't want to get it too thick because it is a sauce. It's going to be a glaze. So that looks good just like that. So now at this point we can work on our gelatin. So we have our water here. We have our 7 grams of gelatin. So 2.5 teaspoons. And now I just want to get it over the top, and we have to let this bloom. So at this point, the gelatin is absorbing all of the water. So I've moved everything over so you can see this, and I just want to show you what the gelatin looks like. You just want to make sure that it's all full of water, which it is. And at this point now, we are just going to drop it right in to our chocolate glaze. So get all of that in there. And now the heat is going to completely dissolve that gelatin. And that is what's going to thicken our glaze up, but it's also going to give us the shiny aspect to our glaze. So let's just slowly just mix all of that in. And you can see already most of it's dissolved. I know it's really hard to see because this mixture is really dark. There we have it. It looks good. I could switch over to a little spatula just to better feel the bottom of the pan. And just move everything around. So at this point, this is very hot still. You don't want to add the gelatin to your mixture if it has cooled down too much. It won't work properly. You need the heat for that gelatin to correctly melt down, dissolve into your chocolate glaze. But at this point right now, we are done. We're not adding any more heat, and the recipe is basically finished. So when it starts getting a little bit cooler, I'm going to come back and we'll finish off the video. So I'm just going to slowly start getting this all over our cake. And it doesn't matter if it's perfect, we'll just get it just like this. I'm going to check it in a second. Just all over. This smells amazing. This is really, really good. So here's the cake several hours later after I cut it, and you can see that it still has that nice shine. And even a day or two later, the glaze will look exactly the same. It'll keep that shine. That's what's so magic about this glaze. So that's it for this really fun video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you wish. And if you're on Facebook, you can check me out at facebook.com/BakeLikeAPro. That's it, and I'll catch you on the next one. And please subscribe to my Bake Like a Pro YouTube channel, and also click that notification bell to be alerted every time I upload a brand new video.